just lying on your back and have your feet to the ground to start. And just as you arrive, just take a moment to let your body settle. You might knock your knees in just for the moment to take the time to say hello to yourself. If you haven't done so today, now is the time. Time to turn inward, time to release what is stuck through your being. Time to remind yourself that all you've got is now. And that brings you into the next now. So every moment has its power. Let your arms come by your sides for a moment, palms face up. And before we get moving, just take a moment to form an intention for your practice. See what arises. See what feels in alignment for you today. If your knees were knocked together, bring them in line with your feet. Feet in line with hips. And just press into your feet and let there be a little rocking energy through your spine. So as you gently press forward and down into your feet, you'll notice your spine starts to rock. And just let your body go for that ride. If you're not feeling it, don't worry, just keep trying. Pressing into the feet, the whole spine rocks. Find your breath in that space. And we'll particularly connect in with the exhale to release any tensions, anything that is not serving you out of your body. Let that rock come to a stillness. And then we're going to take tiny little lifts of the pelvis, just fast lifts to let the sacrum kind of knock into the floor. So it's a tiny little hip lift and a drop of the pelvis. It's a release move. Pelvis gets this wonderful sense of like ground and movement. I'll just take that for a few breaths, feeling into it. Might get bigger, might get smaller. It's not quite like a bridge. It's sort of like a bridge and then a collapse. Last couple breaths with this. Let that go. Stop and feel. After your move, stop and feel. Lifting the legs to the sky to release any tension that might have arisen in your legs. Go ahead, circle out the ankles. And feel the length of your spine. Circle in the other direction. Feel your energy. Does it feel more grounded? Does it feel more floaty? Kick your heels to your butt. And just ask yourself what you might need more of for this practice today. Hug the right knee and let the left leg extend long on the mat. Take a moment to just sigh out and let your body collapse a little deeper into the earth. And then let the right heel rise up to the sky and straighten out that right leg. You could reach for your big toe with your hand, with your first two fingers and thumb. You could also use a strap around your foot to invite in a nice stretch for the back of the leg. And if it feels okay for you, lift your nose up toward your knee and draw your knees in toward your knee in toward your nose, lifting the chest just a little bit off the mat if that's there for you. Take one more breath. Bend your left knee, left foot to the floor, right ankle crosses over on top of that left thigh. Hug your left knee in, send your right knee away, and just take a little rock side to side. It's almost a little bit of a balance with this, but just if you tip over, that's okay. Let your head rock with this. Take one more breath. And then launch both legs back up to the sky and give a little shake out to the ankles. This time, let your arms extend over your head. Take another breath, kicking the heels to or toward the butt. And this time the right knee stays in and the left leg lengthens out on the ground. Left heel up to the sky. And you can reach for the toe or the foot. You can use a strap. See what works for you. And if it feels okay for you, lift your head up towards your leg and your leg up towards your head. Yeah, you can use your hand to support your neck or head if that feels helpful. Just opening up the back line of the body, particularly the hamstring on the left leg right now. Take another breath. Releasing the head, right foot comes to the mat, left ankle crosses over that right thigh and hug the right knee into the chest, sending the left knee away, starting in on a little rock side to side, if that feels good in your body. As we get started here, everything is optional. Everything I'm saying is for you to interpret in your body's health and pleasure. Listen to your own body's wisdom that way. Reach both legs up to the sky. Let's reach the arms up and once again, circle at wrists and ankles. Moving the energy through the joints is so helpful. Circling in the other direction. Let your head just roll a little bit side to side. And then as you hug your knees in, just take a moment to come back to intention that you may have formed at the very beginning. And with that, we'll rock up to all fours and come right away into some tail wag. So just give your tail a little shake like you're an excited puppy. Woo! Yeah, move it through. Let your shoulders shake and maybe your head shakes a little bit. You can lift your feet up off the floor and you might find yourself a little looser. Take another breath with this. Shake out that head and then tap the tops of the feet onto the mat. Let out some tension there. Stopping, slowing, coming into some cats and cows, inhaling, opening the front body and exhaling, rounding the back body. Head drops, tail drops, belly squeezes. And start with this by moving in your own breath rhythm, nice and slow and full and deep. You might open your mouth on the exhale. We're focusing on releasing and moving stuck energy, so exhales are very helpful. The sounding is very helpful. Stick out your tongue a couple times. And start to move this more quickly so that you start to get into a rhythm with it that starts to become nonstop movement. It's almost like a dance. How fast can you go with your cats and cows? See what that feels like. If it doesn't feel good, slow it down. We'll take another couple rounds like this. Remember, we're going to move the energy. And then we're going to stop and feel stillness. Take a breath in. Let's sink back to a child pose, forehead to the mat, just in case there was any dizziness. Let the forehead settle into the ground, arms extend. Return to breath. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Go ahead, walk your hands over to the left and get a nice stretch for the right. The right side, all the way from the pinky finger right down through the outer hip. And if there's any little movement that your body wishes or wants, go for it. One more big breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Walk it over to the other side in your timing. Draw the left shoulder blade, left hip back. Create that nice long line all the way along the left side from the fingertips down through the hip. Any movement or breath that feels good to just attend to that left side here and now. It's the moment. Take a big breath in. Make a sound, sigh it out. Let's walk back through center. Curl the toes under and rise our way up to downward facing dog, and bend one knee and then the other and walk it out, palming forward with each hand, with each palm. And you could make this a little faster in the name of just moving energy through the body. You could start to kind of jog it out if that felt interesting to you, kind of lifting one foot off the mat than the other. A little faster, a little faster, a little faster. Yeah, like maybe you start drawing the knees into the chest a couple times, a little core work here, the mountain climbers. And then we stop and come into downward dog and feel the stillness. Palms press forward, hips rise high, feet spread out, palms spread out, shoulder blades roll away from one another and inner elbows roll forward. Inner thighs roll back. Feel your relative stillness. Feel what it feels like to be a little more still after movement. Lift those sitting bones and drop your heels, open the back line of your legs. Walk your feet together, press your palms forward, launch the kneecaps and the strong quads up towards your hip flexors. And then reach the right leg up to the sky and stack your right hip over your left, bend your right knee, roll open, pressing your right foot toward your left shoulder. When you feel ready, if you feel ready, a nice circle for the right knee. Churning the hip. Often lots of energy can get stuck in the pelvis for whatever reason. Circle in the other direction. So these pelvic movements that we do in our practice, really helpful to move the energy. Reach that right leg high, big breath in. Oh, yes. And let's step the right foot forward and go ahead, dip down on the left knee. Sink in through your hips and open your arms into that wide goddess shape. Lifting the heart, lifting the chest, lifting the eyes. Take a breath in. And on exhale, if you've got blocks, find them, straightening both legs, pulling back through each hip, bowing your head. And we'll move between these two places. So inhale, bend your right knee. This time stay on the ball of the left foot and rise up into that goddess shape. And exhale, press back, straighten both legs. You might lift your right toes off the mat. And you move with this. Your timing, your pacing, it might be slow. You might only do one round. You might take some time to stretch into places that feel like they need it, or you might be moving quickly with your breath even, inhaling open, exhaling fold. You choose. We'll take this for about 10 more seconds. Whatever it is you're doing is the right thing. You might be doing something totally different. That's fine too. One more round, whatever it is, whatever you've got. Inhale. And go ahead, exhale. We'll pause here. Lift the 5 toes of the right foot. If you've got a block, place it under the ball of that foot and pull back through your hips and bow through your head. Give a little shake out for the head. Maybe a little let go of any inner tension you might be feeling. And let's go ahead and step it back strong, high plank. And we'll move straight through vinyasa, low push up. Inhale, moving the energy, up dog, open. Exhale, pulling back, opening the back body, closing the front body. Breath in. And a sigh. Launch your left leg up to the sky, stack left hip over right, bend the knee, roll open. Find yourself here. Oh. Circling out that left knee as you feel ready. As little or as big as you want the circle. You might feel this in other parts of your body, of course. Lift that left leg, pull back through each heel, press forward through each palm, inhale. And then go ahead, step your left foot forward, dip down on your right knee, sink in through your hips. Interlace your hands back behind you and open the chest, drop your shoulders, lift your heart. Opportunity to open the front of the right thigh, right hip. Release your jaw. Take a moment, inhale. And then we'll go ahead and pull back into our pyramid pose. Hips back, head bow, shake out the head. Oh, soften what's inside. Let go of that which does not serve. And then we'll move between the two parts, inhaling, left knee bends, goddess shape of the arms. Exhale, straighten both legs, pull back through the hips. Maybe lift the 5 toes of the left foot. And again, moving through this, inhale and exhale phase, open and close, perhaps lightness and dark, however you want to look at it, in your own kind of timing. Takes the time it takes, and your body knows best. You can really create your own experience here. What aligns for you today? 10 more seconds with this. And meet me with both legs straight. If it feels okay, lift the 5 toes of the left foot. Bowing, lifting hips. Again, just tending to that softening and releasing inside. Oh, sound helps. Let's flow through vinyasa, moving it with the breath. High to low. Inhale, up dog, open the collarbones. Exhale, down dog, pulling hips back. Take a breath in and a breath out. Bend your knees, look forward, spring step or float to the front. Reach on out, flat back, inhale. And exhale, bow it, fold it. Bend your knees a little or a lot. Walk your feet a bit wider and just take the time it takes here to really release toward gravity with the crown of your head. You might want to bend your knees a bit. You might want to shake or rock a little bit. Totally welcome with this theme of releasing stuck energy, letting stuff flow through the body. Sometimes movement just feels so great. Sometimes the movement is in the form of breath. Hands to the hair, the head, the back of the neck. Rub, massage, touch, care. Pull your hair, perhaps. Make some sound. Massage the face. Yeah, any growls or grunts or groans are welcome. This practice isn't only about finding joy, it's also about finding the stuff that's hard, maybe the anger or the grief or the sadness. We all have that in our beings, and if we don't move it, starts by acknowledging, by the way, then it's going to stay stuck. So let's bend the knees and round our way to standing. Nice and slow. Once you've gotten to the top, let's shake again, this time in standing. So it might feel nice to lift the heels, and we call it standing post, just like dropping, or rather dropping post, dropping the heels into the ground. It's can be like a challenging move. If that's too much, keep the heels down and just shake the body, shake the container. What's inside here? What needs to move? Let the knees bend, let the whole body shake, the arms, the shoulders. You might get really granular with this. There's a practice that I sometimes do. It's a whole hour of shaking, a durational practice. So anything is possible with this. Take a moment, shake it, shake it, shake it. We're going to shake again in a moment, but let's find stillness for now and feel. Breathe. Some things might have shifted.
Take 2 more deep, full inhales and exhales. And then we're going to circle the shoulders. And the knees can bend as part of this. It can be like a little dance. Elbows also now bending, wrists and fingers just really relaxed. Chest opening, closing. We'll take some big back strokes across your favorite body of water. Some sighs or sounds. Where's your gaze going, by the way? Let's meet with the hands clasped behind in the back. Open the chest, drop the shoulders, lift the heart, let your heart be light. Let your belly lift, your thighs lift, your front body open. Maybe a little back bend, leaning back, engaging the spine in the back and opening the front. One more breath. And return to neutral and just have your own little dance. I'm going to invite you to eventually bring it into a twist. So there's no rush to how you get there, but let's start with that once you're ready. These big wide arms swinging, like ropes. See if you can feel the tingling out to your fingertips, moving the energy, twisting, really good for the body. And then we're going to bring the loose fists around the chest area in the front, and the other hand is giving a little loose fist to your sacrum in the back. Twisting, twisting. Keep the energy moving. Maybe make some sounds. Let's move the fists to right around the base of the ribs, front and back, kind of the organs around there, the liver, the organ of springtime in the Chinese medicine system. And then just let the arms flow, let them go. You might tap and clap, or you might just be free. Another 10 seconds with this. Find your breath. And when you're ready, slow it down to a stop, feel. Find yourself, find your center within all that movement. Find your breath, inviting you to ground on an exhale and on an inhale to uplift. So recalibrate any balancing that's needed. If you've been a little down, maybe you need a little more uplift. If you've been really up, maybe you need a little more grounding. So find the perfect sacred chemistry for yourself right now. I'll just spend a moment in quiet. Mountain pose. Where do you need a little more space? Where do you need a little more contraction, a little more focus? Check in with all your systems. We'll just do a little bit of flapping. So inhale the arms up and exhale the arms down. And again, inhale up and exhale down. 2 more, inhale up, exhale down. This time inhale up and exhale will fold forward. Let it go down, fold. Knees can bend to take you there. Inhale, reach long, flat back, and just pause, hands to shins. Lengthen out your spine, big breath in. And then exhale, step or jump in high plank. And low push up, all the way down to your belly. Inhale your version of a back bend, hands to the ground, heart lifts, legs are long. We'll pause here just to feel the front body opening, expanding, breath in. Exhale, come on back down. If you've got it in you, inhale, press up, plank pose. And then exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg to the sky, big breath in. Exhale, we step, warrior 1, breath out, right foot steps, left foot spins. Find your feet, rise it up, hips are square to the front, big breath in, lift the heart, and we keep flowing. Exhale, high plank. 2 low push up. Inhale, up dog, no lingering this time. And exhale, press back, down dog. Left leg flows up to the sky, breath in. Stepping, left foot steps, right foot spins flat. Rise your way up, inhale, find your feet, find your earth, find your sky, and keep on flowing with that. High plank, low push on. Moving it through your body with this movement, pressing into down dog. 2 more rounds, right leg lifts. Warrior one breath once you've reached your pose. Inhale. Keep flowing, exhale. A little bit of a durational experience. Up dog and down dog. Left leg flows up. Stepping forward, left foot steps, right foot spins flat. Find your feet and rise. And keep on flowing. You are meditation in motion. Keep your focus with your breath. 1 more round, right leg high. Step it forward, right foot steps, left foot flat. Inhale on up. Exhale, keep flowing. High to low. Up dog, you've got this. Down dog, last time, left foot high. Come on in, warrior one. Rise it up, breath in. This time we're going to step the right foot to meet the left, right at the top of the mat. Keep the arms high, take a little back bend, and then draw the hands to heart at namaste. And feel. Recenter after that movement. Feel what might feel a bit more energized, what a little bit more grounded. Was there anything that was a little outside your window of tolerance, and were you able to kind of find yourself in that? Blow the arms high. We'll just flap a couple times. Breath in. Exhale down. Inhale high. Exhale ground. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1 last. Rise it up. And this time we fold. Bend the knees if you need to. All the way down. Inhale, flat back, reach. Exhale, moving through your vinyasa, meeting me in down dog. Move with your breath. Right foot high, we'll step into warrior one, right foot steps, left foot spins flat, find your feet, come on up, breath in. This time we swing wide, warrior two. And let's have a little dance for the shoulders and the arms and the wrists and the heart space. Open your lungs, open your fluid body, and then meet me, laser beam arms, whoosh. So really exploring all the different things that are possible in your being. Let's reverse the warrior, big breath in. And side angle breath out. Right arm to thigh, left arm over the ear. Stillness for a couple breaths. Belly is powerful. Low back is nice and long. Bent right knee is powerful. Back leg is anchoring. Half bind if it's there in your practice. Left arm wraps around the back. And let the flow be about spinning the heart for 3, 2, 1 more breath. Straightening the right leg, reaching the arms out like an equator, turning the toes in, heels out, and have your hands at your hips and have a little dance through the hips and the shoulders and the hip. Circling in the other direction. Hands to the low back, lift the chest. Find your power, find your openness. Exhale, bow, fold, head down, hips high, hands to the ground, bowing down. Maybe the head touches a block or the floor. Maybe it's hanging in space. See which feels better for you. The touching of the head onto something is a bit more grounding. Lift your hips high. You might micro bend your knees, totally okay. Find some deep breaths. And then walk your way to flat back, breath in.
So we're gonna stir things up with the breath, the Kapalabhati breath. That's a sharp exhale through the nose. Every exhale you take, you pump the belly. The pumping does not have to be fast. If yours is a slower pace, that's fine. We'll take it for about 30 seconds. You need to have your mouth open. You can try it, but prefer the mouth closed. Builds more heat. 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, big breath in. And fold in again, bow it out. Little sigh. A little sense of relief. Yes. 1 or 2 more like that. Finding your flat back, big breath in. And then turn to face the top of the mat. Come on the ball of the left foot. Your right knee is bent. Left hand stays down. Right arm flows up for a twist. Twisting, turning. If you want, you can touch your sacrum or your pelvis just to feel what it's doing back there, or the right arm flows straight to the sky. For 3, turning the heart up to the sun. 2, 1 more breath, inhale. Let's unfurl and step the left foot forward to meet the right. Reach on out, flat back, big breath in. Exhale, bow and fold, and just take a moment, just a little shake out. Round your way up to standing. Once you've gotten to the top, again, just a little shake out, your own thing. Could be some of the movements we did before. Could just be like a little shimmy for the glutes or the legs or the arms. Find your stillness. Feel. Anything particular you notice. Reach the arms up, big breath in. Let's fold and flow, fold down deep. Bend the knees to get there if you need. Inhale, flat back, lift long. Exhale, step or jump it, high plank to low push up. Working through your flow and your breath, up dog. Down dog. Left leg up to the sky, breath in. Stepping warrior 1, breath out. Inhale, rising. And flowing straight into warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Side angle lunge. Find the movement and the stillness. The ability to release and let go without having to have the big wild dance. This is really powerful for our own systems to be able to let go in a little more stillness if it's possible for you. We need the big movements sometimes. Wrap your top arm around your back if you'd like a half bind. Spin your heart to the sun. Straightening your left leg, turning your toes in, your heels out, circling your hips, shoulders and head. Unwinding the tension, unwinding the anger or the grief. Go ahead and bring your hands, this time interlaced behind your back. And you can always use a strap here. Lift the chest, lift the eyes, the throat. And this time, fold bow. Let the head down and let the arms up. Keep the clasp if it's at all possible. You could always use a strap if it's hard, if you've got a strap or a towel or your shirt. Little rinse for the shoulders here. Arms up and forward. You could always bend your knees a little if you need. Let out
Mm.
through the exhale. And then release the hands gently down. We'll find that flat back once again. Kapalabhati breaths for about 30 seconds. So it's a sharp exhale out through the nose, really pumping the belly. This gains heat. It could be a fast panting, a slow one. Crown of head lengthens forward, tailbone back. 15 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, big breath in. And fold bow. Relief. Sense relief. Sense release. Sense the waves of your breath and how they serve you. We'll reach long to the flat back once more. And then turn around to the front, come on the ball of the right foot. Right hand stays down, maybe a block under that hand. Left arm flows to the sky. Left leg's in front, you're on the ball of the right, spinning your heart up to the left. And again, your hand could rest down on your pelvis, your sacrum. Back leg is long and strong. Heart opening. One more breath. Let's unwind and step the right foot forward to meet the left. Reach on out, flat back, inhale. Exhale, bow and round your way up to standing. Once again, just any movements. Notice what shifted for you through the standing practice. We're going to end with a little balance moment. So we'll shift the weight off to the left foot, bend your right knee and reach your right hand toward the top of that foot. Kneecaps come together or toward one another. Left arm flows to the sky. So this could be it. This could be like, oh, there's plenty here. If you want, you can lift your back thigh up into space, keeping your chest rising. Dancer's pose, Natarajasana. Balance changes all the time. 3, 2, last breath. Come on out and just a couple backstrokes. Nice and slow. Moment of stillness. Deep full breath. Shifting your weight off to the right foot. Left foot takes left hand takes left foot. Kneecaps align. Right arm flows to the sky. Tailbone drops. Pubic bone lifts. Maybe this is it. Maybe there's more. And maybe you need support for this. Maybe you take a railing or a wall or chair. One more breath. Find your cherry on top moment. Come on out. And have just a tiny little dance, this time very small dance. Maybe it looks still. Have the intention of clearing your system. So we work on the physical level, we work on the energetic level. So these are the whispers. Let it go. Find your authentic, powerful, beautiful self right here. Below the arms high, inhale. Move with that sovereignty. Exhale, bow fold. Let's feel your beauty, feel your wisdom. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, find your way to down dog. Again, moving with majesty, with beauty. Right leg flows up to the sky. Let's step the right foot to the left wrist and dip the hips and lift the heart. Proud pigeon moment. Maybe there's something you're proud of that you want to name to yourself right here, right now.
You can always let me know at some point too. Let's fold and bow. Your timing. Maybe you stay upright. Maybe you need some supports, little blanket or a bolster or your block underneath your body. Again, it's nice for the head to touch the ground or some stable structure if you are folding forward. And just kind of bathe in the stillness after all the movement. Notice the little tweaks that happen along the way with this pose. You might just take some slight readjustments to feel just right in the moment. Three more breaths, your biggest, fullest. Inhale, we rise. The right knee stays bent and we're going to open out to the sides of our mats. So right heel comes toward the right side pelvis. Find the long spine, find the ground with each sitting bone. And find the sky with the crown of the head growing up and open. We're going to turn toward the bent right knee. Bring your left hand there on your right leg and just take a nice little twist. With that beautiful, majestic openness, centeredness. One more breath. And then we're going to reach the right arm over toward the left leg. And we're still a little bit in that twist toward the right, if not physically, more energetically. And you might reach your foot, you might be hanging in space. All is good. Doesn't have to look any particular way, except just feel the opening for the right side of your body, yeah? Give your head a little nod, yes. Shake out, no. Last two breaths. Come on up. Give your wrists a little doggy shake. And then we'll wrap the left leg across and around that bent right leg and just twist the other way toward the left. These twists are also wonderful opportunities to wring out that which does not serve, that which is excess, that which does not belong to you, that which does not apply right now. Help yourself stay focused to what's important right now. And let's unwind. Hands to the top of the mat, stepping your way back to down dog, all your own way, your own style. Landing your down dog, just a nice open, full downward facing dog. And then let the left leg flow up to the sky and step your left foot to your right wrist, dipping into your hips, lifting your heart. Finding your breath. Maybe there's a proud pigeon moment. And folding in, bowing in, letting yourself just soften as you fold, if you decide to fold forward. Letting the pose unfurl gently, slowly, little micro movements to really align the pose. And you soften just a little bit more. Two more breaths. Let's rise. Keep your left knee bent and lengthen your right leg out on the side to the side of your mat. And just take a moment to find center. Hips, shoulders, head, spine. And then we'll turn toward the bent left knee and twist. Right hand comes to the outside of that leg. Right leg is nice and alive and extended, right? It's a beautiful pose here. The right leg's kind of anchoring us. Twisting, turning. And then the left arm reaches over toward the right foot, the right leg, or just into space. You might only go part way. It's all great. The goal is for a beautiful side bend for your left side body. Let your head nod yes and no. Just move around a little bit. One more big breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Come on up, left knee stays bent. Right leg swings around and across, and we'll twist. Left arm hugs around that right knee and spin. Twist. Spine is long, at ease, and once again, this opportunity to ring out is upon us. So beautiful. It's also the opportunity to kind of coalesce and center. Squeeze that belly to churn out, to also return to your core, to your power center. Last breath. And we'll unwind. This time we're gonna find our way to lying on our backs. And if you liked the rocking at the beginning or the pounding of the pelvis, you can come back to that and just feel whatever you might feel. You might just take a couple little, little movements to find yourself recentered on the ground like this. We're going to come into a restorative bridge. So if you've got a block, you can do a restorative bridge. If you've got a blanket or a pillow, you can also do a restorative bridge. Otherwise, just take a regular bridge. We're going to draw the feet in close to the hips, press through the feet, lift the hips up, and place the block under the sacrum. So this is an opportunity, if you want to lengthen one leg out and then the other. So I'm hugging my right knee in and lengthening out the left leg. So this is on offer. This doesn't have to be, but it's a beautiful way to open the fronts of your hips. The psoas, which is the biggest hip flexor of our bodies, it holds a lot of tension, of emotion. It's really nice to give it some airtime here. So you might even take your hand and sort of rub your left side belly right to the hip crease. And then when you're ready, you switch sides. Left knee hugs in, right leg extends. Nice stretch for the front of the hip, the possibly the psoas. Let the right hand just kind of massage the belly a little bit. If you're choosing something different, just maybe touch your belly for a little
little rub, a little massage. And then both feet to the ground. Press through your feet, lift your hips, and come on off the mat. And knock your knees in once again, like we did at the beginning, and just take some circles with your hands on your belly. And these could be very light, or you could dig in and just check in with your body. If there's any other part of your being that wants touching, maybe your heart center or your face or the back of your neck, just a little self massage to close down our practice, finding your way to say thank you and integrate to a resting position, lying on your mats. Finding any supports that you wish for, maybe something under your knees or a blanket on top, something over your eyes. If you prefer a seated meditation, that is also an option. But we're just going to come into this real stillness and quiet for the next few minutes after all that movement. Letting gravity orient us back into order, finding the earth and finding the sky with each cell, each molecule of our bodies. Mm. And take a big breath in. And just settle in a little deeper. Exhale. And inhale, expand. And exhale, let go. Inhaling, opening, brightness, life invited in. And exhale, releasing, letting go of excess. Begin to move your body a little bit, maybe wiggling fingers and toes. Let your head roll easy, side to side. Any sounds or touches as you're rolling onto your side. In your own timing, if you're wanting to stay longer, you are welcome to. Eventually we rise up to seated and there's no rush to get there. It's just a really sweet kind of treating of your body, this way to treat your body with kindness, and your brain, your mind with kindness, befriending yourself as you rise. And once you've gotten there, the hands can come to the heart, and this reminder of like, just be with what is. Do your best to find grace, capture joy, if only for a fleeting moment. And then, of course, if you let joy go, maybe it'll stay around.
If there's anyone you want to send this practice, the energy of this practice to, you could do that right now, including yourself. And then let your gaze go down to your heart. And yes, take a moment to acknowledge yourself, your beauty, your meaning and perfection in the world. We all are important. Let the thumbs come to the third eye center and let the touch lift you up, 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 up. See if you can find your connection to all beings. Wishing the best for all of us. We bow. Namaste.
Mm.